Hey, it's Eric Von Blucher with Lee& Associates Multifamily Group here in Carlsbad, California, North County, San Diego. I'm going to go over our quarterly multifamily report for Q3 2025, San Diego County. You could go to sdmultifamily.com, SD is in San Diego, multifamily.com to download this report. Just going to touch on a couple basic pieces of information, and then you could dive in by going to our website and downloading the report. We had an increase of in cap rates from 4.7 to 4.9 in this last quarter. If you look at price per unit, it increased slightly. We also have a bid versus ask that's kind of going down. So we're getting more equilibrium in the marketplace. I'm thinking month to sales also has shrunk from 6.5 in Q2 to 4.1 for Q3, which is a great sign. If you look here, volume, again, this is for 5 units and larger, so this can go up to 300 units. We had an increase in volume from Q2 to Q3, and the price per unit basically has been declining, but then bounced back slightly here from Q2 to Q3. Now, I will make one caveat that on the 5 units to 100, which is a different asset class really than 100 units and higher, we've seen a much larger increase of volume here, uh, closer to the 400 million mark of sales volume compared to Q again for 5 to 100 units. For Q2 is 259. So we basically shot from 259 all the way up to 393, which is pretty substantial for 5 to 100 units. We would take the whole market into account. It's not as massive, but this is promising. We also had major Q1 sales for 100 units and larger. So if we went back to just 5 to 100 units as a data set, we actually have a steady increase from Q1 of 247 million in volume, Q2 259 million in volume, and then again Q3 2025 at 393. So for the 5 to 100 units, the more accessible deals that we commonly work on, those that volume is increasing in a favorable direction. So to us, that's a promising sign. Here also, if you look at our San Diego County multifamily inventory tracker, the biggest, largest volume of listings and inventory available was back in July 2025, and that has slowly started to decrease. Either buildings are expiring, withdrawing, or actually being sold. So this is also a very good sign, and we like to see this. So September 25, it's the lowest in the last 3 months. So that's fantastic news. You can go through here, see all the largest sales by unit size. Feel free to download the report and take a look for yourself. For sales summary, again, you can see here the amount of listings decreasing, amount of volume for the last 3 months also much higher than these months here. So that's a fantastic sign as well. Cap rates kind of hovering in the 4.6s, 4.7 range. And again, this is for sale. So let's just scroll back up here to see what's actually getting done. You can see here, most deals are going down on average at a 4.9 cap rate, and people here, the market's still asking around 4.6. Our vacancy is still 5.9, which isn't great, but it's a lot better than it was back in May and June, which was in the 7 and the 6 range. I've also realized that the vacancy rate is going to be better and worse in different parts of the county. You can see here most deals are asking about 300 to 400 a unit, with the second largest volume of deals asking 200 to 300 per unit. Moving on, you can see the rest of the data: vacancy by market, um, rent by market. Feel free to download this. Cap rate by market, sale price per unit by market, sales volume by market, job growth looking pretty steady for San Diego County, unemployment looking pretty steady. Um, it has a decrease here, we're trending in the right direction essentially. Income's also trending in the right direction. Median household income, we're in the mid, let's call it 110 grand a year. Net population change looking pretty steady, and again, we're getting some people back here, which is great. I mean, for vacancy perspective, we need more people. Vacancy, more people drives vacancy, which drives rents, which drives values. So this is a good thing. I like this San Diego AIMI chart by Freddie Mac. You can take a look at that. I don't want to bore you too much. We have every single deal listed for sale here that you can take a look at your own time. A couple hundred deals there. I like looking at this 10-year treasury versus San Diego multifamily cap rate. And the reason why I like looking at this is because most investors, especially investors doing this for a living, they are wondering, and also those that are investors and also investors that are raising funds, they need a healthy spread between this 10-year cap rate, this 10-year treasury, which right now we're hovering in the, let's just call it just a little bit higher than 4. And then you have this cap rate here that's hovering in the 5 range. So that's only about 1 point advantage. So 1% advantage for somebody buying a full, not very passive investment versus sinking their money into a treasury. So the bigger disparity we have between the 10-year and the cap rate, the higher volume and higher prices we're going to get. So this for sellers is a great thing. Over here for buyers is a little bit better. Granted that they can get some favorable financing, but you can take a look at this, and we have the data broken down here too, which is pretty neat. I like looking at this. If you have any questions, you can give us a call. Visit our website, stmultifamily.com, 760-929-7846. You can email me, evb at lee at lee-associates.com. Appreciate the time, and take care.